Yeah, hi friends, Doc South here, looking in the back of my van at the speakers I've got that I want to give away. I decided that I want them, if at all possible, I want to give them to perhaps a small church or even a large church that could use them for their good purposes. In other words, maybe the choir could use a little amplification for their voices, for their songs. Maybe they have musical services now and then. Well, here you are. They could use these also at fairs, etc. Oh, I'd like these speakers. Well, I think back. I've always used these speakers for good purpose. We've done. I've done gigs where we were raising money for kids that were sick, or parties, family get-togethers, sock hops, car shows, of course, cruise nights. Always something of a positive nature. And I was just going to, I considered taking them to get sold, one place or another. And I don't know. I know it sounds stupid, but I just don't want them being used just for any old type of music. I would like these speakers late in their life to be used for good purpose. I don't know. Just call me crazy, but that's what I'd like. I'm willing to give them to any church you might know of that could use them. I also have, here. Oh, that's a box of my books there. I have an amp, which I'll throw in. Yep, I don't need the amp now that I've got speakers that have built-in amps. Many thanks again to Chris from SC3 Entertainment for giving me these, just outright giving me these wonderful new speakers, lightweight and very loud, every bit as loud as these babies, maybe louder, and they're fine speakers. I also have, and I thank Chris for that, I also have speaker wire that goes to from the amp to the speakers, and I have tripods should you want. About all you'll need would be extension cords. Those I kind of need. And better, you should get a brand new extension cord anyway. But the amp and the speakers work just fine. There's certainly no trouble you won't have any trouble with them as near as I know. At least nothing in the immediate future. If a church would like these, or maybe you go to a bigger church or a big church here in this area, and maybe you sponsor a small church, a chapel, whatever, in perhaps Appalachia or in a poor area, and they could use some speakers, well, there you go. The price is right. They're free. Okay, so just get in touch with me, DocSouthShow@yahoo.com, DocSouthShow@yahoo.com, and I'll get them out to you. Okay, best thing I can say here, I'll show you the front of them. They're wonderful. Frankly, they've always Sandy and I used these before we even got married. So these speakers have been in my possession at least about 28 years, and they were used at that point. But the fellow who sold them to me said I'd never be disappointed, and he was right. They've always done their job. Okay, they're heavy as the devil, but that's all right. Sometimes that makes for a good speaker too. Yeah, they won't vibrate apart. Okay, I'll be hoping to hear from you. Again, DocSouthShow@yahoo.com. And I'd like to give these to a church if at all possible. Okay. See you later. God bless. Bye now.